you're not willing to make the changes, like if you're still doing the same thing and you keep getting caught up, like I have people who come to me and they're like, oh, they inquired about Herbalife in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's now 2019. Like, how long are you going to put your goals on hold?
Yeah.
And people don't understand, I guess because we get so conditioned. I can't remember who I was talking to about it. I had a date on Tuesday and I was talking to him about it. You get so because he couldn't understand why I love RuPaul's Drag Race. And I said, you get so conditioned to being put in boxes.
Yeah.
That show is all about redefining what your box is. And he's like, huh? Like, because obviously that's just a strange statement for people. And I said, like, some people's version of success is having a secure job that pays $100,000 a year, and that once you've landed that job, you've made it. Not realizing that that job might pay you $100,000 a year, but you're working, you're the first one in, you're the last one out, you still work for a boss, you're still only allocated X amount of time off. Like, even if you have all that money, what do you do with it?
I was reading a comment today, so there was a lady that posted a comment on LinkedIn where she had been working in this job for years, right? She gave 1 day notice to quit. She's like, look, over it. And all the employees and everyone, bosses and everyone was like, you know, how can you do that? Like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a better way to handle it. So she just went, look, there's so much stress built up. Like, it's a perfect job, but it's just so much stress built up in the last 3 months. I just don't want to deal with it. There's better things that I've got, other goals that I want to achieve. And even all the employees, everyone was like, look, you're doing it wrong, you know, you need to give it time, you know, blah, blah, blah. So within 6 months, half of those employees had changed over. And it was like, holy crap, like, you know, she gives 1 day notice, all this feedback and fight and excuses from everyone else. Look, you're doing it the wrong way, or, you know, why don't you give it time? And, you know, you know, being in a dream job, it's always going to be stressful. It's like, hang on a minute.
It's funny, like, but what is stress? What are people actually stressed about? At the moment, the only stresses in people's lives are the ones they've created for themselves.
It's self-imposed, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest obstacle I find with people wanting to. I mean, the majority of people that come to me want to lose weight. Realistically, people are overweight. Lots of people are underweight. People are malnourished. Like, even people who've got really good diets are still not getting the amount of nutrition they need. Vegetarians living on carbohydrates, like, you know, you're not getting balanced nutrition, but there's no education around where do you go from there. Or if someone wants to change, where do they start, or how do they try and find a way to make a change, or so they get stressed? Like,
it's the whole Thomas Edison approach, you know. 1,000 ways that figured not to do the light.
He made it. He tried to make a light bulb 1,000 times and failed. And everyone said, "Oh, you know, you're a failure."
Yeah.
In 1001, he made it.
Yeah.
So he found, instead of looking at it, you go, yeah. People say all the time, like, I try and fail losing weight, or I try and fail this, or I hate that job, or, oh, I worked in hospital once, like, it wasn't for me. Awesome, like, you didn't fail.